Hi, I'm Tom from Easy IMEX, and today I'm going to be talking about negotiating, which is really the most important thing you will actually have to do when you're importing from China. So I'm going to give you my top 5 tips. The first tip I'd give you is that you have to do your homework. You have to know your product specifications, you have to know the factory and where they're based. You need price quotes from lots of different suppliers. You need to know the materials and production methods. Without all this background information, you really can't negotiate effectively or credibly with a factory. The second tip I'd have is, when negotiating, you need to negotiate face-to-face with the boss at the factory to get the best results. It's not always possible, but it's best if you can do this. When you negotiate, very, very important to deal with the main decision maker at a factory. Typically, most of our clients will be dealing with small to medium factories, which means you have direct access to the boss, and this is extremely important. He is a guy who can give you the best possible price terms, lead times, payment terms. So make sure you're doing it in person and directly with the boss. My third tip is that you have to know your factory. You've got to understand the situation the factory's in. Is it a new factory? Do they have a new production line that they are urgent to fill up? This is really critical information. If you don't know this, you can't negotiate effectively. You might be dealing with a factory who just, if it's new, they've got to fill capacity, they're really going to go to the lowest possible price points. Or alternately, you might be dealing with a factory where the boss is very comfortable, he's got 10 years experience in the market, he's got multiple clients from around the world, he's very comfortable, he's got a new Mercedes, he might even have a mistress or two, he's got all these extra expenses, and it's futile trying to negotiate too hard. You don't want to waste time there. So know your factory. The fourth tip is that it's very important to tell your backstory, your history about your company to the factory, and again, doing it face-to-face is best. This really helps them understand what you're trying to achieve, how the factory can help you achieve that, and how you can work together. This really does make quite a difference. And my fifth tip is strategy and sticking to your guns. You need to have a very clear strategy. You need to know whether you're more concerned about the materials the factory uses and having a compliant product, or if you're simply price focused and you can, lower the standard of the materials that you're using. It's very important to be clear in your head when you go in there what you require, and then you have to stick to your guns. When you have a clear price point that you need, stick to it. Don't sway from that. If you're confident in the research that you've done and you follow the previous 4 steps that I've outlined, you will stand a much better chance of getting the best possible terms for everything that you're doing. And my final tip is that you need to be prepared to be uncomfortable. You might go out to a factory, you might be in a regional part of China, where the boss has taken you out, he's put on a big lunch, he's rolled out the red carpet, he's made you feel very welcome, and you can see the people in the town where you're buying from are not rich people, and it's very hard in that situation to really push hard on price. But you need to stick to your guns, and if you know your price points and you know what you need, you have to stick with that, and you have to ignore the emotions and the feeling that you will sometimes feel a little bit uncomfortable, but stick to your guns and you'll get much better results. So that's my top 6 tips for negotiating, and good luck in your importing.